In every corner of our world, voices once echoed songs, prayers, and stories spoken in tongues that no one alive can understand today. They were not merely words, but entire worlds of thought. And then suddenly they were gone, buried under ash, silenced by conquest, forgotten as the last speaker drew their final breath. What secrets of humanity lie locked in these vanished voices? Tonight, we journey into the mystery of the lost languages of the ancient world. A language is more than communication, it is a worldview. Yet, history shows us that languages can vanish overnight. A volcanic eruption may silence a thriving civilization. A foreign conqueror may force their tongue upon the defeated, or sometimes, silence comes with the quiet passing of the last speaker, carrying their ancestral knowledge to the grave. Take the mysterious script of Linear around 1800 BC. The Minoan civilization flourished on Crete. They carved symbols into clay, leaving behind records of a language we still cannot read. But around 1450 BC everything changed. Archaeologists suspect a massive volcanic eruption, followed by social collapse, wiped the culture away. Linear, and the voice it carried, was silenced forever. Today, scholars stare at its symbols, lines, spirals, geometric marks, but without a Rosetta Stone to guide us. Their meaning remains locked. Were they prayers, trade agreements, poetry? We may never know. Linear is not just undeciphered. It is a ghost language. Across the world, in the Indus Valley, another great civilization wrote its words on seals and pottery. The Indus script, small symbols etched into stone, appears everywhere. But there's a problem: no bilingual inscriptions. No long texts, no clear grammar. On a remote island in the Pacific, another script emerged, Rongorongo. Carved into wooden tablets, its flowing symbols look almost like dancing figures. But by the time outsiders arrived, the culture was already collapsing. Disease, slavery, and colonial suppression extinguished the last keepers of the script. Today, not a single fluent reader survives. The voices of Easter Island, once sung through Rongorongo, are gone. Scholars can only guess: was it history, was it myth, or the sacred chants of a people who spoke with the stars? Yet sometimes, silence is broken. In 1799, soldiers in Egypt uncovered a stone inscribed with three scripts: Greek, Demotic, and hieroglyphs. This Rosetta Stone became the key. Using his knowledge of Coptic, Jean-Francois Champollion cracked Egyptian hieroglyphs, opening a world of temples, myths, and pharaohs that had been mute for centuries. Yet sometimes, silence is broken. In 1799, soldiers in Egypt uncovered a stone inscribed with three scripts: Greek, Demotic, and hieroglyphs. This Rosetta Stone became the key. Using his knowledge of Coptic, Jean-Francois Champollion cracked Egyptian hieroglyphs, opening a world of temples, myths, and pharaohs that had been mute for centuries. These triumphs remind us sometimes the lost can speak again. But for every success, there are countless mysteries. Linear, the Indus script, and Rongorongo remain sealed. Their silence is not from neglect but from absence. No bilingual texts, no cultural continuity, no living memory to guide us. They are messages in a bottle delivered across time, but written in a code we may never crack. And even when we decipher scripts, the voices are not always rich epics. Sometimes they reveal only list-grain tallies, taxes, simple accounts. The deeper stories, the myths, the philosophy, the music may have slipped away forever. And here is the irony: more languages are disappearing today than at any point in history. Every 2 weeks, one dies. Entire ways of seeing the world vanish in silence, as global tongues replace local voices. Imagine, every vanished language is a lost color from humanity's spectrum. The fewer voices remain, the duller our collective story becomes. Every undeciphered script is a doorway left unopened. Every lost tongue is a library burned. But perhaps, somewhere in an undiscovered ruin, or buried beneath desert sands, lies the next Rosetta Stone, the key that will let the forgotten speak again. The vanished voices of our ancestors are not gone forever. They wait, whispering across time, for us to listen. Ancient Whisperers, subscribe for more journeys into history's forgotten mysteries.